Yeah, so it's like I can speak from my experience that I have a hard time being seen in my vulnerability
Yeah.
or being seen because what I think might be found.
Yes.
It might be ugly or I might have shame or something that I'm wanting to hide.
Yeah. And I speak about that in the book in the intimacy chapter. We get really comfortable being defended and guarded, and to be willing to show up and reveal ourselves. I mean, even in this little practice that we just completed, there was, I think there was a part of us that was kind of resisting, but as soon as we
Mm-hmm.
connected, there's this deep exhale and this feeling of, oh, this is home.
Yeah, no, I experienced that with partner yoga where it's like, oh, I should be doing this other thing. I should be like focusing on my work or, my mind wants to like go somewhere. And then as soon as I do make the time and space to do my practice, it's like, oh, thank you. Like
Yes.
safe contact, like
Nourishment.
nourishment, these needs that I need that I keep avoiding or something.
Mm-hmm.
That I'm not putting as a priority.
Yeah. It's like I heard this, I saw this quote recently where it talked about how the mind will tell you this is important, attend to this, attend to that. But it's really the heart is what is important.
Mm-hmm.
And our sense of being grounded in our heart, in our soul, and in our body, and not letting ourselves be fooled, really, and tricked by the mind, and to just come back to what is simple and real. So, yeah, it's been challenging for me as a teacher because I know how much nourishment this practice provides, and to feel like I have to overcome people's resistance and even my own to really being intimate with myself and with others.
And I think that might be a barrier for people is the fact that like we have this conditioned way in our society that we can only be physically in contact with one person, our husband, our spouse, our partner, our lover, what like that one person. So it's like so outside the box to see, oh, I can get my nourishment from somebody who's not that.
Yes.
I think that could be.
Yes, I think that is a big part of it. And especially like women to women is a little more accepted because women are just more naturally nourishing and touch friendly. But to, God forbid you get your, nourishment, physical contact and touch needs met from another man if you're married, or if a man is married by another woman, or two men that are heterosexual. So I think that is a component piece, and we're just needing to break through those barriers and, and get these very primal, basic, fundamental needs met for touch, for that basic nourishment of touch.
I mean, I think for me, of course I want to share partner yoga with my lover or my husband or my partner or whoever. Like I do. I think this is a great practice for amplifying intimacy. And it's silly to think that I'm going to get all of my needs met from one person.
Yes.
And so for me, doing partner yoga has really cracked that open for me that I can get my nourishment through other people.
Yes.
And I can be seen by other people. And,
and we can be intimate with others. I mean, that just takes so much pressure off of that primary relationship to know that we're always primarily in relationship with our own being. And from that, we can honestly relate to a wide range of other humans.
Yeah. And then what that sparked for me is the whole piece around sexuality and how over-sexualized our culture is and how we haven't been trained in how to actually work with our sexual energy.
Yes.
To keep it contained and to direct it towards the healing.
Well, I think that that's the only way that we've believed that we can get our needs met. And I think that most people have much more need. I mean, we'll have periods in our life where we're more hormonally driven, but for most of a human life, I think the need for touch and sensuality and connection is much greater than that real primal need for, sexual release. I wrote a blog once called Better Than Porn. And just recognizing porn is so rampant. And that's not about connection. It's really about release and power. And those needs are much more well met in a practice like this that helps us recognize that even though we have bodies, we are not the body. We are the spirit that is inhabiting that body, this body, and that spirit is here to learn to love and to let go.
Beautiful. I think a gift that I've received from this practice and what I see from teaching it is this unity consciousness, and it feels kind of like esoteric or out there, but really to have an embodied sense of connection to a group is so powerful. To feel the group field and the healing that can happen together as mammals, right? We are mammals, we're pack animals, we're supposed to be in community, and I think in some ways we've lost that. So that's one of the gifts that I've seen through teaching is unity consciousness, of remembering of our interconnectedness and how much we do need each other.
Yeah, and even if we don't put that label on it, calling it unity consciousness, we feel it.
Yeah.
And it deeply nourishes us.
So good.
Thank you, Lara.
Thank you. Thank you all for listening. Namaste.
Namaste.
Boom.